Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Gotlegs. I'm on my second day of maternity leave, as I mentioned in my last video. And what happened the first day was that actually the day I went on maternity leave, I started having a sore throat. And it basically just evolved from there. So I'm on the second day now, feeling I have the flu or something like that. My throat hurts a bit, my joints are aching, and all in all, I haven't been on the bike at all. I haven't been feeling great at all, so it sucks. But as I mentioned in the last video, some changes are going to happen now because I've decided to team up with a coach throughout the summer. So at least in June and July, and maybe even after that. And the reason why I've chosen to do so is because since I'm on maternity leave, I have all the time in the world to train, or at least not all the time in the world, but I have a good amount of time. I could sit down and do my own training program and do all the training and all that, but I want to have the time to be with my family as well. So I've decided to put my training in the hands of somebody else, so they have to coordinate the efforts that I do and when I should be resting and when I should be going hard at it and stuff like that. Also, I just needed something fresh and something new to add to it. So I asked the Facebook community, at least in Denmark we have a Facebook group called Training with Power Meter and stuff like that. I just asked, made an open question, who should you talk to if you want somebody to coach you or train you? And a lot of people responded to that. A lot of different people, a lot of different price categories and stuff like that. But I actually ended up choosing probably the ones that were the cheapest, but also some that I think could contribute to some new training advice. So I've teamed up with a company called Power Perfection. Power Perfection is a company that was started by two young riders in Denmark. One called Rasmus Bøh and the other one is Magnus Bak. And even though they're young, they have pretty good experience. They ride in the highest grade here in Denmark. And Magnus actually won the junior edition of Paris-Roubaix back in 2014, I think it was. So they actually reached out in my request for a new trainer, and I had a bit of chat with them. I looked at their pricing and stuff like that, and I actually know another guy who's been coached by them, and he has pretty good results this year. So I decided to team up with them, and already have had the talk with Magnus about my training and all that stuff, and we actually planned on doing a test yesterday, but then the illness hit, so no training for me today, or no testing. One of the reasons why I've chosen to go with a trainer instead of just doing what I normally would do and follow my club's training regime and doing the training by myself is because I wanted something more structured. I wanted something that that could give me an advantage, hopefully, and somebody who looked at me instead of a whole group and make sure that my training was on par. And also, I needed some extra motivation of some sort. I needed somebody to actually motivate me to train. And back in 2014, I actually had a coach or trainer from the States. It was pretty good. It was a good experience to try to have somebody that you need to please, if you can say that. Because as soon as you pay somebody to make your training programs and they monitor your training, you're obligated to actually fulfill that agreement, not only to the coach but to yourself as well. So that's what I'm trying to do again this time. So hopefully that will be very, very good to have a trainer that'll look through my data and through my numbers and make sure that I do well. Another thing that has hit me this season is that they ride incredibly fast in the B class here in Denmark. And I've been without racing for a year and a half due to an injury. came back at the end of last season, and basically I finished one race, and it was hard. I had to let go of the group in the end. Been training good throughout the winter, but as soon as you start racing again and you get like run over by the other guys, it's just not fun, and it took a bit of the motivation from me. One of the things that I've been thinking about is actually to let myself downgrade a bit, going down to the C class again. Hopefully get some much needed speed in my legs, and hopefully also get some confidence back. It's not fun when you go into a race and you just know that you're going to get dropped, and it's just a matter of time. I know the power is there, but mentally I need to get over that hurdle again, and I need to learn how to race again. Racing is only fun when you actually have a chance of staying with the group. If you're constantly getting dropped and stuff like that, it's just not fun anymore. And I could feel myself that my motivation was going downhill because I just couldn't keep up. They were just too fast. And when you haven't been racing for a while, you kind of lose like the finesse there is to riding in a big pack and making sure that you use the right amount of power at the right time. So instead of using power at the wrong time, you use it at the right time. And I still have a lot to learn, given the fact that I've only been racing a couple of years beforehand. So maybe it's a good idea to go down to the C class again, making sure to stay with the group some of the rides, and also just get more of a motivation. That change will probably happen after the summer break here in July, and hopefully I'll be able to do good as soon as I return to the C class. So a lot of big changes are coming up, and hopefully throughout the summer I will get to a higher fitness level thanks to working with a coach, and hopefully I'll be able to do good in the upcoming races. And as I mentioned in my last video, there will be more videos like this because I am on maternity leave, and although I have a lot of time for my family and all that, I still need to do these things to just clear my mind. So I will come up with reviews of the NV45 wheels, the Continental Gator Skin tires that I've been using. Also look a bit into the Supplus shoes that I've been using a bit more lately, and I will get back to you with a review on that, and just all kinds of stuff from every day. So I hope that you'll tune in, because now I have the time to get down and dirty with some more video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to watch the other videos, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff, and see you out there. Bye.